Hello, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Um, Today, I would like to discuss what are the main criteria that I'm looking at when I'm considering buying a property in Philippines. To this day, I have purchased 5 properties in the Philippines, and I just want to walk you through the process, decision process, different considerations which I was taking into the account before pulling the trigger. I just want to highlight that I am not a financial advisor, and any information shared in this video is just my own opinions. And before you will be purchasing any property and or doing any sort of investments, you need to do your own research. So when I am buying a property, the main intention is to buy it and hopefully over the time see appreciation of the value. The main type of the property that I'm looking for is land. I'm at this point because I still live in Singapore and I'm planning to live here for some time. I'm not planning to purchase any building or a house because first of all, I don't have enough money to be honest with you, and the second is because it will be probably a headache to manage remotely. And discussing the headaches in more details, I will get into my other videos to share with you my other experiences. But to stay focused on this topic, what are the main criteria? So if I want to see appreciation, that you or I would consider buying a land in the area which is developing. I would be looking for a land which is priced attractively, meaning the price is low, but the potential of a development in the area which would drive the price up is fairly high. So the criterion number one, when I'm looking at the property, I want to see how far is it from Manila, and by how far I mean how far by car driving. I'm usually looking for the properties which are at least 3 hours out from Manila, because anything closer is getting more and more expensive. Then the criteria number two, if it is not so close to Manila, how far is it from the airport? And the criteria number three would be how close or how far is it from the beach. Criteria number four would be how far is it from a cemented road. So I just listed 4 criteria, and let me discuss a little bit more details about each one. Obviously, if every single criterion is perfect, meaning I'm very close to Manila, I'm very close to the airport, I'm very close to the beach, and I'm at the cemented road, the price would be in a range which I won't be able to afford. So that's why I need to play with these 4 variables and see where do I need to loosen up the criterion so that the price would go lower. For me personally, the main criterion that I'm looking at for the past couple of months is distance from the beach, and why I will make a dedicated video telling you a story how I believe I was able to triple or quadruple the price of the property which I just recently purchased 9 months ago. And because of its good location, I simply got lucky. There's no shortcut. There's no secret formula that was applied. I was simply lucky. That's why the appreciation of my property went up so quickly. I don't believe that I will be able to repeat the same success anytime soon or during my lifetime, but I will make a dedicated video, how that happened. So please consider subscribing if you want to watch the episode, which I will be releasing probably within the next 1 or 2 weeks, dedicated to this experience. But I do believe that my odds of winning or appreciation of the property got higher because that property was very close to the sea. That was it was classified as a beach lot, even though it didn't have direct access. It was still walking distance, approximately 15 to 20 minutes. And that was the main driver. So maybe because of this experience, I'm preferring right now properties which are closer to the beach, and potentially I can call them a beach property. Beach property is different from the front beach. Front beach is you are the first property facing the sea or the ocean. Beach property or beach lot, it is second and onwards away from the beach, meaning that you have at least one neighbor in front of you and you don't have direct access to the beach. The beach fronts are very expensive, so that's why I'm not looking at them. The beach lots are priced more reasonable, but it all depends on the location. Anyways, if we look at the beach property which have access to the cemented road, of course the price goes to another level. So why do I like or prefer properties which can be called beach properties? If the area will get developed, and in the area they will build more roads to the beach, then the price will go higher. The other thing what you can bet on is weight. If in your very close proximity will be an investor or developer who will develop the area, build a resort, build a restaurant, or turn properties near to you into residential area, this will immediately drive the price of your property up. You need to understand, and now I'm talking to you guys that are considering to buy a property in Philippines but are not living in the Philippines or never seen Philippines. When we are talking about the beach lot, we are talking about rough, raw land. In many cases, it is not along the road. It is, imagine a property which is a few acres in size, and the owner sliced it up into smaller pieces, and he started selling it off. By the time you found the property, you are 1, 2, or 3 lots away from the nearest road. So you are buying a property either which is in the middle of a field, which would be the better scenario, or you are buying a piece of jungle, which was my case. So you need to have an understanding and maybe a little bit lower your expectations when I'm talking about buying a property or buying a land on Philippines. In many cases, it is a land which is not developed and it is very rough. So I just want to make this clear to you so you understand what I'm talking about. It's not a sliced up neighborhood where you buy a property which has a sidewalk, it has a proper road, which has a gas, electricity, and the water at the edge of the property. No, we are we are talking about the property where the power line is nowhere in sight, where the water source is the well that you need to drill yourself, and the gas, forget about it. I don't even believe that there's any gas pipes in the Philippines. I have never seen one anyways. So that's what we are dealing with, so you understand that what you are getting yourself into when I'm talking about buying a property is nothing fancy as you would envision maybe if you saw a real estate documentaries in the United States where everything is ready to start building the house. This is very rough, and in many cases you have even trouble even with the SUV to get to your property. It is not uncommon that you buy a property but there's a disclaimer that the property is reachable only by ATV, a four-wheeler. Okay, so where I'm trying to get to, when you buy a property or consider buying a property, go and see it yourself. Okay, never buy remotely like myself. I for whatever reason, I'm just willing to take a higher risk because when I see an opportunity, I get the fear of missing out, and sometimes I buy on impulse. So far I was lucky with all the problems that I ran into, which I was not expecting to run into, but eventually they got sorted out. But don't take an example from me. Whatever I did, I take an example what not to do, and I will walk you through of all of my adventures and stupid things that I've done while I was property shopping, in Philippines. So that's the definition of the beach lot. I explained to you why those are my favorite ones. There's another type of the property besides the beach lot which I would potentially consider, and it would have to be a right size, meaning 1 hectare plus, and in that case I would be okay if it is more further away from the beach, but then the condition which I am not willing to negotiate with is it needs to have a road, ideally cemented road. So if it is not a beach lot, with a beach lot I'm willing to go wild and buy a piece of jungle in the middle of nowhere. But when it comes to the inland, the plans for the inland property would be different. You can either turn it into a farm or subdivision. And what is subdivision, I will probably talk in a dedicated video because we are not able to cover everything in one shot. So if I am purchasing a property which is more inland, meaning 45 minutes, 30 minutes plus from the beach, then it needs to be near the cemented road so that it would become attractive to me. And good thing about the Philippines is that Philippines is large country of thousands of islands, and if you sign up to the right Facebook groups, because the properties in Philippines are being sold mainly over the Facebook, you will be surprised how many properties are there for sale, and it's kind of exciting journey. Even though after I buy a property and I cash out completely and I don't have any money to spare, looking at the properties at the Facebook pages has become something like a hobby, which I really enjoy, and Of course, when I see something that I cannot afford, I fall into the dreamland and dream what I would do if I had, and what is the potential of the of particular property or the land. Yeah, but anyways, that's those are my criteria. Please let me know in the comments below what are your main criteria when you are purchasing a property, whether it is in your home country or abroad. And one thing which I should have mentioned, and probably I should say it at the beginning of the video, one thing which is non-negotiable is I am looking only for the properties which have clean title. And what the clean title means, it's a topic for another video, but in a nutshell, a clean title means that the property is in a private possession of a person which is alive, and you are buying that property from that person, and after you purchase the property, the ownership of the property will go under your name. So that's the only type of the property that I'm looking at, and you would be surprised how many different types of the properties are there in the Philippines. So you need to get a little bit of experience to be able to navigate, just to make sure that you will not get scammed when you are buying a property, because you may find out that you have purchased the property from somebody that is not his, and the property is either government owned or by somebody else, and you have purchased only the rights to use this property, and that might be only for a limited time. So definitely be careful. Buying a property in the Philippines, it's a wild journey that is not for everybody. I definitely don't recommend it as a safe way to increase your net worth. It is really only for adventurous personalities that are willing to take a risk, because you never know. The process of buying a property by itself, it has a few prescribed bullet points of the process, how the process should be handled, but that is almost never the case. Every single property that I have purchased had a unique problem which required a unique solution, but that will be for another video. Anyways, if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.